Turkey shares a border with Iran, so it's not far away, and I found that pretty inspiring. So I was probably there for 3 weeks in Istanbul. It was an incredible environment, incredible city to be in. I mean, where else can you look across the river and see Asia, see another continent?
We had an experience the other day where some of the house guests and some of the other people, we worked all day on Europe.
Got it.
Okay, thank you.
And to be able to sort of get on a boat and 5 minutes later having dinner in Asia, that was pretty cool.
Beautiful views of the bridges and the mosques.
Istanbul is not a city of tall glass buildings and all kinds of craziness. It was Constantinople. I mean, it's an old city, and it still feels old.
It's such a metropolitan city. It's on the water.
It's full of architecture and art and culture of all different kinds. I mean, it's literally the crossroads of Europe and Asia, so you get all these different influences.
I didn't know what to expect, honestly. So it's a kind of a magical and exotic place, and the people are extraordinary, and the food is fantastic, and really, what more do you need?
Istanbul's pretty convincing as Tehran. It's such a beautiful city when it plays itself, but it's also doing a great job as Tehran behind us.
There's a real sense of reality here, which goes along with how Ben wants to shoot the film in a sort of documentary style.
I think you get a really great look at sort of different thing when you work in a place. You kind of see stuff before dawn, or you get to go places that you don't normally get to go.
It really worked out well. They let us shoot in the bazaar there. The bazaar was very labyrinthine. You could easily get lost in there. It was completely turned around and confused. Nothing went sort of straight. It was all at odd angles and Byzantine.
And we're essentially using pieces of 4 different areas in a bazaar that's just huge. I've gotten completely lost here. I now know how to get to our shooting areas, but nowhere else.
We were lucky that we got to shoot there because there were these big holidays. The sort of Turkish Christmas was happening around then, and so things were shut down. Otherwise, we never would have been able to buy out all the merchants and, stop the bazaar.
So many layers of color and products that haven't changed that we were really lucky. We really didn't have a lot of stores to completely redo.
It really looks authentic.
It's truly scary. You don't have to do a whole lot of acting. You just kind of have to be there and be a little frightened.
The Blue Mosque is one of the most important features of architecture in Istanbul and life in Istanbul.
We're shooting an exterior of the Blue Mosque, which is this beautiful mosque that you see behind us.
The interior of the Hagia Sophia, and it's a little bit of a cheat because it sort of suggests that they're both the same thing, but they're next to one another, so I figured I got away with it. Tony walks outside the Blue Mosque and then over to the Hagia Sophia.
We shot that at dawn, and God, it was beautiful. Everybody was snapping photos. It was a pretty magical time.